We're back. You're listening to What's Up with Wendy. I'm with Penny Goffman, and she's the founder of Jolie Gotique. Okay, I'm fascinated, and I love your life, and I think it's exciting, and I think it's also the fact that you were in finance, and that you did this, and that you're a mom, and an entrepreneur, and a wife, and just a normal person.
You make me sound really good.
You are really good. I like you a lot. I'm staying with you. A day in the life of you.
A day in the life, yeah.
Like tell us about it. Like, you wake up, get the kids off to school.
Yeah, well, the great thing is that I'm a mom first, 100%. And the great thing is that no day is the same. But a day in the life consists of a few key parts, no matter what, which are generally get the kids off to school, unless there's something early morning like this, fitness. That is my therapy. I don't go to a therapist. I go to the gym.
Okay.
And that is my total stress reliever.
Every morning?
Not every morning because work doesn't allow it. But honestly, I don't even think I would go every morning.
Okay.
I'm like a 4-day-a-week person, and I probably would be no matter what.
Okay.
Even if I had all the time in the world. I'd probably just spend a little extra time there if I could. But so a day is get the kids off to school, some sort of fitness. And then basically some of my favorite days, honestly, are just sitting with a cup of coffee and my laptop and getting things done. I am definitely a doer. So it consists, it could be at an event on being live on the fashion truck, but sometimes Stacey and Lauren are running those. Other times it's really just like, the PR and the back end stuff that I'm doing. And then basically, so it's fitness, work. Get the kids.
And you have to order clothes. I mean, you have to constantly be finding the trends and what's changing and colors. And
this day and age, you can do a lot of that through the computer, basically.
Isn't it amazing?
You can, there are so many different platforms now where you can order right online and you can plug into people's back servers and systems and, you're all accessible. So you don't always, if you know the line well, you don't always have to be in front of them. Although we do go to the shows in the city and we see a ton of lines, we touch fabrics, we do most of our ordering that way. Sometimes we don't.
And that's fun because you're getting a taste of the life that, you know what I mean? You're getting that. I love when I go into the city, I'm like, oh God.
Love that. Oh my gosh.
I remember this. Barney's.
Yes.
And
the only thing is we go there and then like at the end of the day, I'm like, wow, okay.
I'm tired.
Several thousands of dollars later, like this was the best shopping spree ever.
And you're tired though. It's not like the other days.
Exhausted. You don't sit. You stand the whole time.
Oh,
so
God.
But basically, get the kids off to school, fitness, work, get the kids. Crazy amount of after-school activities. Both of my kids are super athletic, so I'm running around between all the different activities that they have after school, and then it's still like any other dinner time, showers. Like I tell my kids I expire at 8:30, and that's really what happens. It's like if you're away after 8:30, I'm going to be cranky.
Right.
So I expire at 8:30, and then it's like bedtime.
I'm going to use that line.
Yeah, that's exactly how I say it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, mom's expiring.
Yeah, that's a good one. If my kids are listening and they're not, I know they're not. I've expired today.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot easier now. I have, driving. I don't do any of that anymore.
Yes.
So it's,
There's still, book before bed, although they can read on their own, but there's that whole routine.
And you blink and it's
exactly.
Yeah.
I used to, at the beginning, do work after they went to sleep. Because I had to in order to get a business off its feet. It was like constant. It was 24 any second I could get. Plus my kids were smaller, so I didn't have the luxury of having sort of this 9 to 3 school day for them. So I used to sit and then get back on my laptop. And now I pretty much have a strict rule that I don't. And if someone email, it can all wait. That's my sort of motto ever since my kids have been in full day school. It can wait. And that getting in that mind space has been huge for me.
I think it's important for everyone. I used to have my show on Fridays. Well, it was originally on Thursdays, Barbara, and we started, and then I went to Fridays. And then this year we switched it to Thursdays at an earlier time, which is a little harder to get here because of the traffic getting to Greenwich. But now I say Fridays. I really try to stay off my phone. I try to take the day for myself. I feel like I have a 3-day weekend, and I try to take that because it's important.
Important.
No matter what you do, you need to take the time.
And I think it's also getting into a certain mental space, like telling yourself this is how it's going to be. Because I could easily get back on a laptop. You could easily be doing work on Fridays, right?
Yep.
But if you program yourself that this is how it's going to be, then you kind of get into that headspace that it's okay.
Yeah.
So,
and it has to be okay because we're better moms.
Yeah,
and we're better people when we have a little
Absolutely.
a break and a rest for ourselves. Okay, so your website is amazing.
Thank you.
JolieGotique.com. It talks about you, your services, the press, contacts. Love your blog. There's so many things about it I love. Top 5 travel must-haves.
Yep.
That was a really good one. Fashion and transitions, because we are always transitioning. Like right now, we're transitioning our clothes to spring. I kind of think we have it in summer.
I'm wearing a transitional outfit right now. No one
love
can
it.
see it,
I know.
but I am.
It's so cute. Yeah. She's very cute, by the way. Okay, we'll take a picture after. So tell us about the blog. Who writes? Is it all you?
So I would say it's 85% me that writes on it, and then Stacy has written a little bit, and we've also done some interviews. We have a very exciting interview that is going to be up soon and will be sprayed out next week. We have Mara Martin, who was the Sports Illustrated model who walked out onto a runway breastfeeding her baby.
Wow.
And she did an interview with us, and so that will be live on the blog next week. She's a new mom. She has gone viral, and so that's super exciting for us.
Yes.
And we basically, on the blog, there's a mixture of fashion and sort of motherhood. I think the very first blog entry that I wrote on there was called, I forget exactly what, but it was basically about like, why did I become a mompreneur? And it was called To Mompreneur or Not. And that was set a tone, I think, because yes, this is obviously a fashion-based business and it's a unique shopping experience, but with a mom running the show and 3 moms in the team, this is with kids. Each of us have 6 kids between us. This is a huge part of the business. So that's something that I often write about aside from fashion. And Stacy also writes, she tends to focus more on the fashion, and I tend to love to write mostly about the combination of my entrepreneurial spirit and motherhood and how those collide, how they conflict, and how they work together in unison. It's basically kind of the theme.
I love that. Yeah. Well, it's just some of the titles: The Power of She.
Yeah.
And, who are the Gotique girls?
Yeah.
The Penny Life.
Yes.
Like, your name is like perfect.
Well, it all sort of has, there's been strategic branding and then there's been organic branding. That's how I like to put it. There was, at the beginning, everything, was very strategic. And of course, things are thought through. But I'm really a believer that things should come together organically. And, when I see that, okay, I'm a mom and I'm also an entrepreneur, and that's how people are relating to me, then I like to parlay off that.
Right.
And one of, I think my biggest passion, right, is my family and my business. So I like to combine those efforts because they really do work hand in hand. I have to, on a daily basis, as do you, juggle right now, a 7 and 10-year-old with all of, they want me to go on field trips, and there's after school activities, and I need to stay on top of their academics and their emotional needs and being there for them after school.
The grocery shopping. They need new shoes and sports equipment, and
exactly.
It goes on and on and on.
It goes on and on and on. So, and then also, there are a lot of moms talk about, guilty feelings if they're working, guilty feelings going away. I have really let that go. I will say, and I can honestly say that there was a point in time where I felt those things, and I do not anymore. I actually see that I'm giving my kids a gift by being an entrepreneur, working and having that model for them. But there was a point in time where I absolutely felt sort of that guilt about wanting to work and starting a business and the hours I was putting in and how was that going to affect them and was I doing the right thing. But I really totally sort of cleared my mind of that, seeing the effects that it's had on them, seeing me work and be an entrepreneur, but as well as knowing that I'm doing good for myself.
Right.
And as they say, put your mask on first.
Right, right. I love one of them, The King of the Castle. I write blog posts and talk so much about my role as a working mom, but it truly takes a village, and I'm not alone in that. And I'm sure that you're talking about your husband in that one, and I love that one.
Yeah.
There's just so many, so you should really go on the website and read your blog because and the other 2 women's blogs, because I think they're fabulous.
Thank you so much.
And I love the slogans that you have, and just the titles of them. It touches home to me.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially because most of us, I think the world is changing now, and I think it is the world of the woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that the Me Too started that.
Yes.
I think it was starting a little bit before that, and I think that kind of pushed it over. And it's okay for a mom to be a mom and to have a job and to have a career and to be somebody.
Absolutely.
Because we give up more than most.
Yes.
Even if when you're a mom, and purely a mom, a stay-at-home mom, that's the hardest job than going to work.
Absolutely. It's extremely difficult. I think it takes an emotional toll as well, to be so entrenched. And I was there. and loved every minute of it and felt very fortunate. So, I think both worlds are, becoming more and more acceptable.
Yes.
So
and I think that's a good thing
for
for our children, too.
Absolutely.
For the boys and for the girls. Okay, so let's talk about so we talked about how you balance it all, and so I think that's pretty important. What's coming up?
Okay.
What's new? And come back again, please.
Yeah, I will. Next week is definitely a crazy busy week. I was just looking at the calendar before I came here, and there's like an event Sunday. For example, in Westchester, we're partnering with an LA makeup-based makeup line, also owned by a mom called Petite and Pretty, and they're bringing their makeup artists up from the city for a private event in Westchester. And any of these things that I mentioned, if anyone listeners are interested, I can send addresses, so you can sort of just write in, and I can send all the info. But we also, so next week there's like a lineup of events both in Greenwich and Westchester. We have one coming up in Darien. And then on May 8th, we have a really sort of culminating event, which is our 4th annual Mothers and Mimosas event. It's the only event of the year that I
That's
host.
what I'm going to.
Yes, you are. And the amazing thing about this event, and if anyone's interested, I can send you the address, is that all of the businesses that are partnering with us are owned by moms in the local area. So we have DJ April Larkin, who's a Greenwich mom. The Granola Bar, Granoli Girls are going to be there. Dana and Julie and Granola Bar will be catering it. We have a manicurist who is a mom. And we just, it's an amazing event that Suck Straws, who is owned by local Westport moms, they are part of the giveaway, and they will be there, which are, just not disposable like metal straws. So the amazing thing about it is that it's just, there's mimosas, there's complimentary manicures, there's shopping, there's DJ, and it's just a amazing Mother's Day or women's event that we celebrate.
So fun. And you meet so many great people through your business.
I really don't think that I would know anyone if it weren't for Jolie Gotique. We wouldn't have met,
Yeah, that's true.
So I
was stalking you on Instagram.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love the relationships I've built really through business, but through social media.
Yes. And I think Instagram is the best.
Absolutely.
I mean, not to take away from the other social media sites or whatever, but I do feel that Instagram brings people together. It's where I got the sponsor, the drink of my show, Soul Strains of Life, the most amazing CBD infused water, orange pineapple. We're going to stock you up. I'll bring you some. You can put it on
delicious.
the fashion truck.
Absolutely.
But it's really good, and I wish I had some, but you'll get some. But that's where I make all my contacts, and that's where people find each other, and it's such a good platform.
Such a good platform. It has its pros and cons, but in terms of connecting people and really building friendships, I mean, we are friends.
We are friends, yeah.
And
we're stuck
it's
together.
It's quite unbelievable.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm just in awe of you. I think this is like a wonderful story for everyone, everyone out there that's like, at home and they like have a career and then they want to do something else and they want to be a mom too. And I think your story is very inspirational. So what do you say to someone out there? Say there's somebody that's listening. What do you want them to know about you, about life in general?
I would just say, that if there's a passion, if there's something inside you that's raging, if there's a fire inside you and about, a calling that you feel, no matter what stage of life you're in, whether you're a mom, you're not a mom, whether your kids are off at college, whether they're in preschool, I would tell you that you can do it. It takes hard work. And I would say do all of your research, make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into and that you feel committed. But if you get to that point, go for it. There's never a great time.
Bob, you have anything to say? What do you think, Bob? Listening in on this conversation as a man.
As a man, I think it's a great idea to have the fashion come to me.
I agree.
And I think it's great. I think it's amazing too. Like you can just pull up at somebody's house and be there.
Exactly. That's the whole concept.
So
Absolutely.
it's easy and it's and also like you think about people like they're having their little bingo night or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, this is your daughter's birthday party.
Absolutely.
It's just something different.
There's a lot of champagne on that fashion truck.
There is a lot of champagne. Okay, okay, so that's good to know. All right, Penny Goffman, check out her website joliegotique.com. Come back again anytime. Thank you so much for spending this special hour with me.